So now exercise number 1. So first we're going to put the quadratic equation into our calculator so we can look at the table. So I go to my y equals x squared plus 7x plus 12. And then I'm going to look at my table and start graphing some points. Okay, now remember I talked about trying to make sure that the y values were the same on top and bottom, okay, just so we could have some kind of idea where we were going to be looking at our vertex. So the first point I'm going to graph is negative 6, 6. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to graph negative 1, 6, just because I know it's right here and it is it's symmetrical. Okay, so then I'm going to go back up here, negative 5, 2. So negative 5, positive 2, my next point. And I'm going to also graph negative 2, positive 2. 0, 12 is also a point on there, but if you notice, it'll be off of the graph, and so that's really not important to us right now. What we're looking for is around the vertex area. So we also have negative 4, 0, and negative 3, 0. Now, remember we said that if and when it wasn't the exact number on top and bottom, then we were going to have to use our formula to find our axis of symmetry. So I'm going to put my axis of symmetry formula, which is x equals negative b over 2a. And now I'm going to go ahead and substitute. Well, first I'm going to label my a and my b. So a equals, what's the coefficient of the squared term? 1. That's right. If you said 1, that's correct. And the coefficient of the linear term, which is the x, is 7. That's right. If you said 7, you're correct. So now we can substitute these values into our formula for the axis of symmetry. So we get x equals negative 7 over 2 times 1, which x equals negative 7 over 2, which equals negative 3.5. So we count negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and a half would be right here for my axis of symmetry. And now I have to plug this value back into my equation to solve to find the y value where the vertex would actually be. So I'm going to substitute negative 3.5 squared plus 7 times negative 3.5 plus 12, and see what that will equal.